In this quick review, we want to talk about how we use our TVM solver when working with loans. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at a mortgage loan. So here's the problem. The price of a home, so suppose you want to buy a new house, and the price of the house is $500,000. Okay. However, the bank requires you to put down 20%. So immediately what you have to do is you have to put down 20% um, to purchase the house. All right. Then what you're going to do is the remaining balance, okay, that cost of the home, that remaining balance, that cost is financed at a 30-year fixed mortgage rate at 7%. All right. So here's the things what we want to do. First, we want to find the down payment. All right. Then we want to find the amount of the mortgage. So basically, what that is how much we're actually borrowing from the bank. Then what we want to do is we want to find the monthly payment, not taking into account any property taxes you have to pay, any homeowners insurance, just the loan payment amount. And then we're going to find out how much you end up paying in total interest over 30 years. All right, so let's jump right into this. First thing, A, we want to find the down payment. So the down payment. Well, that down payment is 20%. So that down payment, we're going to take $500,000 that the house costs, and we're going to multiply that. I'm going to change that 20% to a decimal. So change it to 0.20. And if you grab your calculator and plug this in, what you're going to see is you're going to have to put down, or we're going to have to put down $100,000, okay, immediately to the bank. Next, how much is the mortgage amount? So right here, this mortgage amount is how much we're borrowing from the bank. Well, the house cost $500,000, but we're putting $100,000 down, okay, immediately. So we're already paying off $100,000 of the house. So that means what we're going to borrow from the bank is $400,000. So our down payment was that $100,000, and this is how much we're going to borrow. So another way to think about it, this is how much the loan is for. So this is the loan amount. All right. Next, let's find our monthly mortgage payment. All right, and what we're going to use here is we're going to use the TVM solver in our calculator. So let me load that up, the emulator here, so you can see it. All right, so just as a quick review to find this, you're going to press the apps button on your calculator. Under number 1, you're going to do finance, and it's the TVM solver, time value money solver. All right, and what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to input all these things. All right, so what is N? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to make 12 monthly payments for 30 years. So you can just put in 12 times 30, and you'll see here that you're going to make 360 payments on your house. All right, what was the interest rate we were getting? All right, so let me go back and show you. If you look at the problem, the 30-year interest rate here was 7%. So we'll do payments per year and compounds per year to 12. All right. And generally here, you'll notice a slight difference depending on how you make this. But generally what we're going to do is we're going to make the payment at the beginning of the month. I'll show you the slight difference at the end. But generally we make our payment at the beginning of the month. All right. The next thing. You have to figure out these 3 things. Okay. Present value, payment, and future value. All right. So what are we trying to solve for? First off, we're trying to solve for a monthly payment. So we're trying to solve for PMT. Okay. So what you can do with present value here is that's how much you're borrowing today for the house. So that's $400,000. That's the loan amount we're borrowing for. And what we want the loan amount to go to in the future value is to go to zero. Okay. So you put your loan amount in present value and you want it to go to zero because you want to pay off your loan in the future. So you're going to go into payment and you're going to hit alpha solve. And this right here will be your monthly payment. It's $262,645.78. So $2,645.78. You'll notice if you change it to your PMT, just as to the end of the month, you'll notice that this isn't going to change too much. Is off, off by $4 or something. So just make sure you reference with your actual instructor which one they're going to want, or make sure that the problem says it. All right, the next one. So this is just our monthly payment. All right, so D, what we want to figure out is how much over 30 years we're going to pay in interest on this loan. Okay. Well, the interest is going to be equal to the total payments minus the loan amount. Well, think about this. Looking back at our calculator, we made 360 total payments of $2,645.78. And how much did we borrow? We borrowed $400,000. That was our loan amount. So let's just see. Let's see how much we're gonna pay in interest. So $2,645.78 times 360 payments. So over 30 years, this is how much we actually paid the bank. Well, we only actually borrowed $400,000. Wow, look at this. We paid more in interest than the cost of the house. Okay. So over 30 years, how much we paid in interest was $552,480.80. All right, so just as a final quick review here, what we're doing here when you're trying to find a loan payment, going to switch this to the beginning again. You are solving for the payment amount, and the original loan amount goes in present value, and you want the future value to go to zero so that you pay off the loan in the future. All right, as always, should you have any further questions, please contact your instructor.